Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. My first budget amendment is item 93, number 5H, which asks for $1.5 million in the first year from the general fund to enhance transparency and public access to government. It would create grants for local governments to update meeting rooms with technology to allow for the live streaming of public meetings and remote testimony for members of the public. Properly outfitting meeting rooms with technology that will allow those present to hear those who are remote and vice versa can cost around $20,000 per room. This can be an unaffordable cost for many localities. Live streaming meetings and having the ability to testify remotely removes barriers for people with disabilities, seniors, those who lack childcare, and those who live in rural areas far from meeting locations. I believe it is important that our constituents are able to witness and participate in our government, and that better public policy is created when we are able to hear more voices. My second is item 6, number 6H, which asks for $50,000 from the general fund in the first year to the Joint Subcommittee on Coastal Flooding. This would allow for a work group to address issues related to inland flooding that causes extensive, often recurring damage to private property and public infrastructure. This is an issue not just in my jurisdiction, but across the Commonwealth and inland areas. Residents have repeatedly had their homes flooded, causing not only property damage that results in tremendous, significant financial burden, intense stress from dealing with the repairs and the loss of items that sometimes can't be replaced, and it also threatens safety on our roads and in our homes. I know of one constituent whose newborn was sleeping in a room in their basement. The flooding came on suddenly, and thankfully the mother woke up and was able to rescue her baby before it drowned from the water that quickly filled the room. This work group is necessary to help us find both short-term and long-term recommendations and solutions for mitigating and resolving the impacts of inland flooding and the resulting damage for our residents. My final item is 341, number 5H, which asks for $20.4 million in both years of the budget from the general fund to help alleviate hunger among senior citizens. My grandmother is 99 years old, and while thankfully she is healthy and food secure, that is not the case for far too many seniors in the Commonwealth. Over 175,000 do not have enough food to eat. I don't want anyone's grandmother or grandfather to go hungry, and I know that none of us would. Only about 34% of seniors who are eligible for the SNAP program actually participate in it. They are losing out on federal dollars that could help put food on their table. According to both my own jurisdiction as well as groups working to prevent hunger in the Commonwealth, many seniors do not participate because the household benefit for them is so low. This does not just affect hunger, but overall health. Food insecure seniors have worse health outcomes. They are 74% more likely to be diabetic, 71% more likely to have congestive heart failure, and 64% more likely to have experienced a heart attack. Addressing hunger will not only save Virginians' lives, but it will save the Commonwealth in medical costs. This budget amendment would provide an additional SNAP benefit of $25 per month per eligible senior. These funds would be loaded onto the household's electronic benefit transfer card and can only be used to purchase food authorized by the federal regulation for SNAP. For comparison, Maryland currently has a state-funded supplement that ensures that seniors on SNAP have a benefit of no lower than $30 per month. Thank you for your time this afternoon. I hope you'll look favorably upon these budget items.
Thank you.
Next is Delegate Adams, followed by Delegate Keene.